Is this the best studio monitor? Is this the best studio monitor?
You right there, Mark? Do you want me to get Shaw to do it?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little hoarse.
Is this the best studio monitor for under 10K? Is the mid-range really made of pixies and unicorn poo? And why is Mark in the sea?
I'm in the sea!
Find out in this video.
Get on. Wait. I know what you're thinking. I can preempt the comments already. Not another £10,000 speaker review. Well, yes, another £10,000 speaker review, and we realise it might be out of the range for many of you, but it was for us at one point as well. But once you've heard the difference a pair of speakers like these can make to the quality of your audio, you can't unhear it. It's something to aspire to, and monitoring and the room it's in is the best investment you'll ever make in your audio, I promise. So sit back, sell all your outboard, cancel those plugin subscriptions and watch this video. We've tried to make it as entertaining as possible, so if we're a little over budget at the moment, at least you can have a giggle. ATC haven't sponsored this video, we reached out to them, no money has changed hands, and the speakers are their demo pair and they have got to go back. They've got to go back. We really wanted to get our ears in front of a pair of SCM45s, so we reached out to ATC and the lovely Hazel arranged for a demo pair to be sent over. A pallet turned up at 9 AM the following morning and we excitedly set about unboxing them and setting them up ready to test. The first thing that strikes you is the weight of these. They're really heavy, coming in at 36 kilograms each. And the second thing that strikes you is their appearance. ATC monitors always have a no-frills aesthetic to them, and whilst some may find that ugly or boring, we love the honest engineering that gives these speakers their visual character. They look like they mean business, and I, for one, find that very appealing. As you were, just admiring the view.
While Mark ogles over the speakers, let's have a quick look at the tech specs. The ATC SCM45 sits nicely in between the SCM25 and the classic SCM50 in the company's range. Featuring two 6.5-inch carbon paper bass drivers, the legendary ATC 3-inch dome mid-range driver, and their dual suspension S-Spec tweeter. All the drivers are both designed and manufactured in-house at ATC and are powered by a fourth order critically damped active crossover with phase compensation running into discrete MOSFET class AB amplifiers, delivering a continuous power output of 150 watts to the bass drivers, 60 watts to the mid-range and 25 watts to the tweeter. On the rear of the speakers, we see single IEC and XLR inputs for power and audio, as well as trim pots for input sensitivity and bass boost from 0 to +3 dB. All this is housed in a cabinet measuring 353 by 600 by 375 millimeters. Over to Mark for his first impressions on firing these up and playing our regular test tracks.
Marry the object of your dreams. Marzipan.
Okay, we'll come back to him in a bit. The front logo plate contains a green LED that indicates power is on, and this turns red if the active FET momentary gain reduction kicks in to protect the drivers from overload. Maximum continuous SPL at 1 meter is 112 decibels, so these go plenty loud enough for most near or midfield applications. Over to Mark.
Flight LA1 to Marzipan, now boarding from gate 4.
Hello.
Mark, where are you? I'm trying to do this video.
I'm just waiting to board a flight.
What? Where? What are you doing?
I'm marrying the SCM45s on an island country called Marzipan.
What?
Yeah, don't worry, I'll be back in a couple of days.
Right, okay, so you've got the SCM45s there, right?
Yep, well, only one. I'll have to pick the other one up on the way back. Apparently there's not enough room on the plane to take two. Anyway, I'll see you when I get back.
Right, guess I better wait for the speakers to come back then.
Any chance of a coffee?
This is your captain speaking. We're shortly about to land somewhere near the destination. Thank you for flying Lavier. Welcome to Marzipan. Please refrain from smoking until you've swum to the terminal. Bollocks.
$2,704, $2,705, Oh, you're back. Are you married?
No, they were closed for lunch for 2 weeks. It was like being in France. But anyway, I'm going to set them up, talk about form factor or something.
The cabinets are a mirror image of themselves, so as well as traditional stereo monitoring, the SCM45 has ideal applications in surround and Atmos mixing, where the same model of speaker is desirable for both front, rear, side and centre speakers. The front-firing bass ports work remarkably well and exhibit no signs of chuffing, turbulence or...
Oh, sorry, James, I didn't know you was recording, mate. Let's bring the delivery. Do you want me to get it in?
Yeah, what is it?
Looks like another load of peaches.
What is he doing now? Right, let's check the CCTV, see what he's doing. Oh, not again.
What is he doing?
He did this with the SCM200s when we got them. Basically takes the stone out of a peach, puts the peach in one of the bass ports, and then you can probably imagine the rest.
God, couldn't unsee this last time.
Look, I know they're not sponsoring us, but they have loaned us 10 grand's worth of speakers, so do you reckon we could at least try and do a serious review?
Yeah, sorry, I don't get out much.
Okay, well, go and clean yourself up, put some trousers on and sort yourself out.
Okay. I'm hungry. Fancy a fruit salad?
No?
Oh, I could murder a fruit salad.
These are incredible monitors, and that comes at a price. They are a considerable investment, but it's just that. It's an investment, and to our minds, a really good one. And if you're doing this for a living, then it makes even more sense. Monitoring is everything. Clients who come into this studio who haven't heard music on speakers like these before always have the same reaction. Wow. You hear things that you've never heard before, often in music that you've been listening to for decades. And once you've heard that, you can't unhear it. But if you're really strapped for cash, there is a way that you can achieve this level of quality in your monitoring for only around 15% of the cost. And we'll be looking at that in a video coming very, very soon, so stay tuned.
As for the sound, well, ATC monitors have a character that's very consistent throughout the entire range, and when you A/B these with our trusty SCM200s, you can certainly tell that they're part of the same family, albeit with the 200s offering higher SPL, greater bass extension and an even more critical window into the mid-range due to the S-Spec Superdome Mid. We'll be looking at the entire ATC range and explaining these differences in a future video, but I think ATC have got the performance to price ratio absolutely spot on with the 45s, and whilst the magic really is in the mid-range, the low end is just as superb, although I did turn the bass boost up just a couple of dB to help fill this room with low end a little better. Many people accuse ATC speakers of being bass light, but they really aren't. They're just accurate, and they're not at all voiced to sound hyped or impressive in the low end. Once you get used to that lack of hype, then you learn to trust it. It's tight, super fast, very well defined, and the drivers stop dead when the sound does. The tweeter is accurate, crisp and clear, and incredibly detailed, but never fatiguing to listen to. And of course, the mid driver, well, that has its legendary status for a reason. It's insanely good. I was mixing a conga heavy track with a very busy mix, and whilst I could clearly hear what the congas were doing on other monitors, with these I could hear every nuance of every slap. The detail is just indescribable, and because of that detail I was able to perform some tiny EQ moves to really bring the emotion out in various parts that would have been entirely missed on lesser monitors. And whilst accurate, insanely detailed and incredibly dynamic, these aren't at all clinical. Stereo imaging with careful placement is superb, and the sense of depth they portray is truly three-dimensional. Mixes translate incredibly well, although it can be very tough to do a good mix, and that's where these excel. They force you to up your game, to learn and improve, and when you do, they really do let you know. A top-class monitor with zero marketing bullshit, not built to a price, but built to a specification. Truly the best of the best. So now the all-important test. What time was I here till listening to music?
How long does Mark stay into the night? Listening to music as loud as he likes.
Oh boy.
We'd like to say a huge thank you to Hazel and Ben at ATC, and we're hoping to be able to pay them a factory visit very soon, so make sure you've subscribed and ding the ding dong to be notified of future videos, and thank you so much for watching right to the end. Right, I need to box them up again, and where's he gone with them now?
Only one, only one, only one, only one, only one.
So then the guy on the door says you can bring the subs in, but you'll have to leave the full range speakers outside. We don't want any treble in here, mate. You got a bit of peach in your face.
No, I can't be the only one, only one, only one.
Mark, how are you feeling after your post-sea experience? Moist.
A bit moist. I am currently having a wee.
No one knows.
Only one, only one, only one, only one, only one.